Hi, everybody. Today I am here with Saf Stern, and he is a man doing chesed in the world for singles. He started the Global Shidduch Initiative, which he's going to tell you about, and he's going to answer my question to him, is there a Shidduch crisis? So go ahead, Saf, say hi to everybody and tell us what's going on in your world.
Sure. Thank you so much, Lori, for that introduction. I started a global Shidduchim initiative a number of months ago, based on the fact that I saw that regardless of age, regardless of religious level, regardless of geographic location, everyone's facing the same problem. And that problem is everybody's looking for something very specific. In today's world, especially with coronavirus, you cannot meet a person very easily. The applications, most of the applications that I've spoken to people about, they don't seem to be either interactive enough or clear enough and not have too many barriers to be able to meet the person. So I opened WhatsApp groups. It's expanded from one group to now somewhere in the order of about 25 groups, including everything from Israel to the US to Europe, and doing the chesed of trying to set people up according to the very specific needs and niche of every individual. So I have everything from not so religious, traditional, and so forth, all the way through Hasidish, modern Orthodox, regular religious, centrist, you name it, the whole shebango. And I do it across every age category. In fact, I have a 50 plus category I didn't originally think I was going to go into, and it's expanded fairly large. At this point, it has, I think, somewhere around 600 people. And I have an 81-year-old who's looking for shidduch in Israel, if anyone wants. So it's across all age categories. Everybody's facing the same problem. I can't find a person that has X, Y, and Z. I want something very specific. So you need a broad database. You need the ability to have your profile seen by a lot of people. So if I have thousands of people there and I post a profile in a WhatsApp group, chances are it's going to be seen at least by 500, 600, 700 people. And very often from there, I'll take it and maybe forward it to other groups that are used by Shadchanim. The system seems to work. I set up people. On some days, I set up 3, 4, 5 couples. It does work well. The problem that I'm facing, and I'm speaking to Lori about now, is it's overwhelming. There's too many people that need this, and I get 10, 15, 20 people a day that are coming and saying, can you help me? And I just can't get back to the messages quickly enough. So hopefully Lori will help me work through that problem. In terms of shidduch issues, I'm going to say this straight from the heart because obviously I'm here to help everyone. I have no real incentive in terms of trying to get anyone set up with a specific person. I think there's a very, very high expectation and a very high bar that a lot of people are putting in terms of who they want to meet. Whether it's that they have to be absolutely with X education, they have to be the exact age, they have to have a specific height. I have multiple women and mothers of women who shoot down shidduchim of boys who are very good quality boys. They could even be educated as much as they want, but they have to have at least 5 or 6 inches taller than their daughter because the girl wants to wear high heels. I'm sorry, you have to be realistic. No, not every guy out there is going to be 6'2" and have everything that you want. I think the expectation management is something that's very critical for everyone to be successful. You can have a list of the things that are important to you. Say your top 3 and say, he has to be a mensch. He has to be a nice guy. He has to be able to support a family decently or work with me to support a family. And he has to be from generally. But I have people that shoot down shidduchim all the time because he's a little bit more modern. He's a little bit more from. These are things that both Lori and I can tell you after being married for decades. Those nuances really don't have much of an impact. So try as much as possible to be realistic. Try as much as possible to have some must-haves, but the rest of them are going to be nice to haves or would be great if they had them. Don't have expectation management that's going to push you to the point where you're really not dating and you find yourself 5, 6, 7 years later at a much older point and where it's much more complicated. So I'll do what I can. If you guys have any advice and you have anything to help me or Lori, please reach out to us. We're open to ideas. Whatever works. Wishing everyone a lot of success and batzlacha with your shidduchim.
Beautiful. Thank you. I love that. Expectation management. All of our singles and all of their mothers should keep that in mind. And you spoke from the heart and you spoke beautifully. And thank you for that.
Thank you, Lori.